we're realizing we were never meant to live like this. On the clock, on a schedule. Our mindset is shifting. Our intuition is being activated. And just breathe. We're opening up to other ways. We are going within for our answers of rest and peace. We are finding joy. So open up and let's revolutionize your mindset.
I wanted to mix it up a little bit this week and offer some tips and some tools. I want to start doing this a lot more often. There's been a lot of changes going on in this country. We're going to start seeing more shifts around the world, but especially in the United States. And it's been said for years, and if you followed my work, I've been saying for years that we're coming to a place where we will start to see a lot of the things that we have put up on pillars, right? Not that we're not in a place of worship or like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But, government, education, healthcare, this is what I'm talking about, right? Things that we follow in our life to get through our day. And we're going to start seeing those go away. And there are going to be a lot of programs coming into the matrix: the fear program, the lack program, the doubt program. And when we become so accustomed to doing something that when that gets taken away, even if we know it's not good for us, there's this freak out moment, right? Even the body. Just take it down to the most basic thing. When we're starting, let's say, a diet, right? A new way of eating. The body, when, if it's so used to getting immense sugar or salt during the day, it goes in this like panic mode of like, wait, where's my sugar? Where's my sugar? Where's my sugar? And the body starts to hyperventilate in a way, right? Because it's not getting what it's used to. You're creating change. Change is hard. Change, it is. It is. We're all used to, the devil we know, right? The routine. But what I've been guided to look at is as things begin to go away, right? We're going to fill those in the same way you would with any type of a diet change, right? So we're removing one that's not good for us. So now we need to fill that space with something that is good for us. So this brings me back to purpose. As we're seeing things fade away, what are we going to fill that with, right? So with change comes opportunity. I look at every time that something is shifting as I have made the appointed effort to shift my mindset of fantastic. This is an amazing opportunity. I'm doing this retreat. You guys know this. We've been talking about this retreat for, a few months down in Florida. And last second, the space that we had rented for it canceled on us. Oh, we decided, yeah, we had it on the market. We sold it, so you can't have that anymore. So, yeah, 30 days, we had to find a whole new venue. We could have went into this panicked freak out mode, but that doesn't serve anything. So the instantly, oh my goodness, that's amazing. Now something even better is going to come in. There was something about that space that wasn't going to work out. It wasn't in the proper frequency. It wasn't in tune for what we were doing. So this gave us the opportunity for something brand new to come in. And within 48 hours, we had another venue booked. It was done. And it's going to work. It's going to be great. The land is great where we moved it to. So as we are beginning to shift and things are being taken away, but they're not, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to hone in and ask the question, what is my purpose? What am I here for? What can I do? What can I create? What's my new opportunity? And purpose really is just the big question. Why am I here? Why did I choose to come here? What do I want to work on? What do I want to expand on? What do I want to learn? And when we are searching for our purpose, I love the understanding that purpose can shift and change. We might have the same overarching purpose of, for example, my purpose here is to help children. Well, when you were younger, maybe that looked like the purpose was teaching Little League. Maybe you helped out at T-ball. You know, like my husband, he taught his younger brothers T-ball, and he worked all with those children. And then maybe, for a woman, I'm here to work with children. You end up being a room mom. I did Girl Scouts for 3 years with my daughter. Didn't plan to, but I was a Girl Scout troop leader for 3 years. I was the room mom in the class, working with all of those students. So in that part of my life, I was still working with children, but in a different way. And then maybe as you shift, as you get older, you still don't work with children. Okay, maybe now you're holding circles for them. Maybe you're doing therapy or life coaching or working with parents to help children. Maybe you're now running. My one friend, she bought land and now is doing summer camps because that was always on her bucket list, things she wanted to do. So the overarching is the same. I want to work with children, but it's changed as the years have gone by. So without getting into this rigid box, we can look at our purpose. And so somebody asked, well, how am I supposed to find my purpose? I read this book almost 20 years ago by Sonia Choquette, and it was called Ask Your Guides. And I relied, there was a chapter in it that really resonated, and it really shifted how I looked at just energy, my own energy. And it's you almost go really quiet inside your body and really ask the questions, where am I happy? What feeds my soul? By feeds, meaning imagine you're a battery and you're getting recharged. What recharges you? What excites you? Where do you get excited to learn more? And it's no longer work, it's a passion, right? This excitement turns into a passion. So when we begin to look back, when we ask the question, what is my purpose? What activities make you feel alive? What activities make you feel fulfilled? And most importantly, where are you at peace? Because the main thing about this life is it's meant to be easy. It's not meant to be this hard. I get that all the time from my guides. It's not meant to be this hard. So if we're constantly in opposition and we feel like we're forcing things, we're probably not in alignment with our purpose. We're probably not in alignment with what brings us this light inside, trying to force something that isn't for you, for us. Another great question too is, what do I do where I just lose time in the activity? What am I doing where I look up and oh my goodness, 6 hours has gone by because I haven't even paid attention because I am in such natural rhythm. I'm in such happiness that I haven't even thought about it. So think back. What are those activities that I'm doing? Where are the moments? Even the physical space is important. I need to be by nature. I need to look out window and see water. That recharges me. My husband is very different, but that's one thing that I discovered and I found for myself that, so where's the physical location? What's the environment that you need? And we're looking for patterns when we're looking this. And so that's just step one of what brings me joy. And then step two is, what are my strengths? What are my natural gifts? Now, these would be, it comes so naturally to you that it doesn't feel like work. It's just as easy as breathing. I do toning and sacred sound. That is my easiest work. That just is as easy as breathing to me. And we have a tendency to do this, and I don't know if it's cultural or not, but we have a tendency where we've been almost taught and trained that it should be hard. If it's that easy, then who are you really helping? Maybe, it's just a fun little hobby. It should be hard. You have to work and work and work. So let's unwind that one. Let's just push that one off the table because it's not serving anybody. Um, what talents come naturally to you? What do you do where you feel so confident and capable when you're doing that action? It's just the words, the thoughts, because you're in such alignment that you just know what to do. And this is probably because you've done it. You've done it in so many different lifetimes. I know with my healing, with my sacred sound, I've seen the lifetimes I've done it in, and that's why it's quote unquote easy as breathing. I've done it before. I've done it so many times. So try to start finding these things that are for you. And then once you discover that, you're like, okay, this makes me really happy. I'm naturally really good at doing this. It's not work for me to do this. I feel inspired. I feel aligned. Then the next step is, what can you solve with that? What challenges are in the world? What is there in your community locally that, okay, I can use this and I can use this to help this? What are you wanting? For instance, I want to be a teacher. Who do you want to teach? What do you want to teach? How do you want to teach that? Defining and breaking that down. And then define the problem. Who needs it? Where is your niche? Where are you going to implement that in? I took notes over here. I was reading, and they're here. What breaks your heart or makes you feel deeply moved? I know when I see, the vast majority, I know that when I see animals that are struggling and or have been abandoned, it breaks my heart. I feel such a dire need to go in and hold them, heal them, help them understand. And I know that that is also a part of my purpose as well, is working with them in a healing capacity. I don't know how or when that is going to work out, but I know that that is one of my purposes. I know that I'm making room in this journey to place that in there because of how the cathartic response when I see that. So then I know it's for me. I know it's something that's coming through. So once you have done that, you found the thing that brings you joy. You found the thing that makes you feel so much alive and at peace and at ease doing it. You found those natural talents. What is so easy that I don't even realize I'm doing it. Then you've defined, where can I place this? Where's my niche? Where's this problem that I'm wanting to solve, that I'm wanting to work on, that I'm wanting to grow and expand and make better? So this is an example statement. So we're gonna literally gonna write this down and we're gonna craft this. Is gonna be a purpose statement. It's almost like a mantra, but I feel most alive. I feel the most inspired when I fill in the line. My natural gifts are, fill in the line. I want to use them to help, fill in the line, by doing, fill in the line. And begin working on that statement. And that can help you find purpose. That can help you find, what's the next step? What do I really want to start spending my time and energy on? So just taking it down, all of those three. Now, before we get to that, before we get to that, to help us get out of that monkey mind, I probably should have led with this, but to help us get out of that monkey mind, I'm going to give you three routines because we want to bring our mind body into the calmest state where we're thinking clearly. The heart is leading in this, right? This is all coming from the heart and the soul, not this monkey mind. And everything around us is a distraction, right? The dee, 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 dee of all of the things, the routines, the things to do. um I myself, I have a to-do list a mile long today, and I'm trying not to do that. And when I'm feeling overwhelmed by that, there's a couple steps that I do, and I'm going to show you guys. These are very somatic steps to help calm down that vagal nerve, to help bring that brain that into balance and to get back into our breath, which is when we do that, when we say get into the breath, we're getting into the body, because the body always knows. The body always knows. So, the first thing, if you are feeling overwhelmed right now, if in any moment you are feeling overwhelmed in the body, almost on to the point of creating an anxiety attack, an energy, easiest, quickest thing to do is you're going to put your hands behind your head and you're going to look straight forward and you're going to move your eyes to the right and you're going to hold that for 30 seconds. And while you're doing that, you're just taking nice, slow, deep breaths. And then after 30 seconds, then you're going to move your eyes to the left and you're going to look over there for 30 seconds, all the while taking nice, deep breaths. And you're going to do that again. You're going to do that for about 3 minutes, rotating both three times. And then that helps to completely reset the vagus nerve. Okay. Then I'm coming into there. Some gentle humming. I always love to do sound. After we've reset, you've moved your eyes, reset. We're going to do just 2 minutes of very calm, low humming. It's important that you're doing it yourself. Don't listen to humming. Don't listen to anything else. It needs to come from you. You are stimulating the vagal nerve by doing this, by vibrating in through here, getting into the back of the neck. All that vibration, it's calming to the body. It's also, whether you believe it or not, you're actually not doing as much breathing because you're holding in that humming for much longer. It's forcing the breath to slow down while you're doing this. So I want you to hum for 2 minutes. Now, once we have come into that space, we're nice and calm now. The vagal nerve is calm. But we want to, before we start working on our purpose, we want to get into that heart-body space. And one of the easiest ways you can do that, this is also a somatic move, but you're going to place one hand on your heart and then you're going to place the other hand on your belly. All right. So while you're sitting there, get nice and calm, but just hold one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And when you inhale, we're going to inhale nice and slow and deep. We are inhaling into the heart, not into the lungs, not through the mouth. We're inhaling into the heart. So that's our intention, is we're filling that heart with nice, slow, deep breath. And then we're going to exhale slowly. Relaxing that body down. Inhaling again through the front of the heart. Heart and the body are coming into alignment, calming down, soothing itself. And you're going to do that for 2 minutes as well. And now that you've warmed up the heart space, you've calmed down that mind, and then you're going to go and you're going to really focus in on those 3 steps that we talked about earlier to help you find that purpose. Another method, if you want to use this, when you are thinking on what brings me joy, what lights me up, you can do candle watching, flame watching. So just lighting a small little tea candle, if you have it, a little tea light, and just because you've just calmed down the mind, you've come in the body, and just as you're watching that flame, asking the question, what brings me joy? And then you're just so calmly watching that flame moving, and you're then noticing the first thing that comes into the mind. And then you begin to become very investigative, very inquisitive, and you're almost whispering these questions. What brings me peace? Where am I truly the happiest? Where am I the most calm? Where do I feel energized after I've been in a place? Who brings me joy? Who brings me happiness? What am I doing? And then once you begin to get those words, you begin to get those visuals, then place yourself, physically imagine and place yourself in that space. And then becoming inquisitive again. What am I doing in this space? What is so natural to me that I don't have to think about it because it brings me so much joy. And again, these are going through the 3 steps. And when you begin to visualize yourself already doing the action, that's where we now have stepped into this manifestation. Already seeing it's already done. And then I love this statement, like each day that I wake up and going, I'm walking towards something that already exists. I'm working towards something that my soul has already created, and being in that active state. That's manifestation. That's bringing things forward, calling things forward. And, some of the activities people will say to, when we're looking at purpose, they're key, you like, well, what go into the inner child? Like, what did you do as a child that brought you a lot of joy? Not everybody has an amazing childhood. So if you are that individual where you don't feel safe going actually into the inner child because there's a lot of trauma there and we haven't worked on that yet. If that is you, what you can do is go to your future self. Imagine yourself much, much, much older. What am I doing that brings me joy there? Because it can work the same exact way. So if inner child is not a safe place yet, we're going to work on that. But yet, you can jump forward to your future self, your future older self. What are you doing? And you can find the joy there. So those are 2 good really options. Those are 2 really good options for you guys. Don't let the fear program win. It's trying really, really hard, really hard. It's not real. It's not an organic fear pattern any longer. It is being created. When I feel into it, it's just like this machine, this very, very cold machine is trying to bring a very inorganic emotion in now because we're not there anymore. So don't allow that inorganic emotion to come in and take control. I saw a meme today and it said, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. And that is so true. What you surround yourself in, what your activities are, the people around you, the things, your patterns, your routines, everything that you are doing is creating your frequency. Your frequency is creating your reality every day. I was trying, I'll put myself in that position. I had gotten a head cold from my daughter and pretty much just was in bed rot for like 2 weeks because I just wasn't feeling great. And I knew, well, if I continue just to lay here and feel sorry for myself because I don't feel well, I don't have the energy, well, then I'm going to continue to not feel well and I'm going to continue to not have the energy. So I have to become what I am wanting. So even though the energy wasn't quite there yet, I still put on my shoes, got dressed, got up, went out and started walking. I've been walking now every day for almost a week. And each day that I've done it, the energy has increased and increased and increased. And I feel so much better. I'm already coming back into alignment. But it was at first, it was a, I have to, it's not already there, but I have to show myself the energy. This is what I want. I want health. I want to feel good. I want to have the energy. And these are the activities that I need to do to bring that into my life. Again, what you do frequently becomes your frequency. It is a beautiful and so simple. That message is so, so, so simple, but is on point. So I'm going to pull before I close out for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to pull, I have these daily affirmation cards. So here's just a little affirmation for you guys for the day. This is just for today. I envision my highest self and start showing up as her. Well, this says her, but this is for guys too. Right here. I envision my highest self and start showing up as her or as him. There's your affirmation. And I'm going to pull, I love working with Rebecca Campbell's cards. Today, I want to pull from Work Your Light. I love these. All of her cards are so beautifully encoded with such amazing transformative energy. It's all throughout the cards. So this is moving forward. We're going to move moving forward. Nope. Yep. I want that one right there. Ooh, this is really interesting. If you guys can see this, I'm sorry. I'm going to try my best. It says mirror. Now, why did the last one work one? Okay. Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? Talked about that fear timeline. There's things that are coming in that are trying. I mean, and that's so interesting because she's looking at the water, right? Not a physical mirror. And it's like it's trying to pull her down into it. She's leaning in the picture, she's leaning forward. There you go. She's leaning forward and out reaching her hand, and it's trying to just pull her down. So what's getting you fired up right now? Usually full moons do that. I think we're getting ready for a full moon soon. So full moons are really, really great. Again, opportunities. I love to look at things as opportunities. These are great opportunities to look at things that, because again, the light of the full moon, right? So we're going to just expose with full light into things that maybe we don't want to. Maybe things that we have conveniently tucked away. That's a mirror too. So have no fear. Look at it straight in the eye and deal with it. Be your authentic self. Come back into that heart and body alignment. That heart and body. We got to calm this down. We got to calm this down. Calm this down. Heart and body alignment. And when we're speaking from our heart, when we're speaking from a place of knowing, things begin to really shift. And then we're no longer afraid of these mirrors because we've already dealt with it. It's okay. It's okay to see our truths. And again, seeing our truths, looking in that mirror goes hand in hand with finding the purpose, finding what we want to do. So I hope those little tips help you guys. Please, please, please ask questions down below. I would be happy to answer them, or we can cover them in the next one. I'm going to continue to start sharing in these little tools to help these shifts, to help bring in more intuition into our lives. It is not too late also for any of you guys. The retreat, we have just a couple of spots that are open. It's awakenandalign.net. That's down in Florida, down in Jupiter, in 2 weeks. We have just a couple of spots still left there. I'm co-hosting that with Sherry Dibbind and Lori Van Tyne, and we are going to be covering all the things, just everything: energy, healing, somatic, remote viewing, intuition, sound, finding that voice, really coming in and owning and knowing that voice that it's coming into you. And then we're going to send you guys off with so many great things to just jump board into the next phase of your lives. So looking forward to that. Again, awakenandalign.net. And as always, I am more than happy and available for sessions. I do transformative life coaching, sound healing. As I said earlier, sound is my natural ability. Love to do that. That sacred sound that's bringing in codes. It's bringing in transformative codes to help remember. And that is abbylynn.co. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful week.